We will learn about transposons. It's discovered by Barbara McClinton. Genomes evolve by rearranging the existing sequences. Rearrangements are sponsored by processes internal to the genome. There are two of the major causes of rearrangements. There are two major two. One is unequal recombination results. Unequal recombination results from mispairing by the cellular systems for homologous recombination. Another major cause of variation is provided by transposable elements or transposons. There are discrete sequences in the genome that are mobile. They are able to transport themselves to other locations within the genome. Unequal recombination results from mispairing by the cellular system for homologous recombination. Another major cause of variation is provided by transposable elements or transposons. There are discrete sequences in the genome that are mobile. They are able to transport themselves to other locations within the genome. Transposons that mobilize via DNA are found in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Each bacterial transposon carries genes that code for the enzyme activities required for its own transposition. In eukaryotes, their enzymatic functions are not so well characterized. A genome may contain both functional and non-functional elements. Often the majority of elements in a eukaryotic genome are defective and have lost the ability to transpose independently. Although they may vary, they may still be recognized as substrates for transposition by the enzymes produced by functional transposons. A eukaryotic genome contains a large number and variety of transposons. Insertion sequences, simplest transposons. The simplest and shortest transposons, known as insertion sequences, were first found in bacteria. They are designated IS1, IS2, etc. Typical insertion sequences are 750 to 1500 base pairs long with terminal inverted repeats of 10 to 40 base pair. Insertion sequences only encode a single enzyme, the transposes the enzyme needed for a movement. Between the inverted repeats is a region that actually contains two open reading frames. This gene product is a transcriptional regulator. That an insertion sequence is a transposon that codes for the enzyme needed for transposition, flanked by short inverted terminal repeats. The target site at which a transposition is inserted is duplicated during the insertion process to form two repeats in direct orientation at the end of the transposon. The length of the direct repeat is 5 to 9 base pair and is characteristic for any particular transposon. The IS DNA is always flanked by very short direct repeats. The sequence of the direct repeat varies among individual transposition events undertaken by a transposon, but the length is constant for any particular IS element. The most common length for the direct repeats is 9 base pair. Let's know about composite transposons. These transposons are named by Tn followed by a number. One class of larger transposons are called composite elements. Because a central region carries the drug marker is flanked on either side by arms that consist of IS element. Transposons can carry other genes in addition to those coding for transposition. Composition positions have a central region flanked by an IS element at each end. Either one or both of the IS element of a composite transposition may be able to undertake transposition. A composite transposer may transpose as a unit, but an active IS element at either end may also transpose independently. A major force supporting the transposition of composite transposition is selection for the marker carried in the central region. An IS-10 module is free to move around on its own and mobilizes an order of magnitude more frequently than TN10. But TN10 is held together by selection for TET, so that under selective conditions the relative frequency of intact TN10 composition is much increased. Transposition are replicative and non-replicative mechanism. In replicative transposition, the element is duplicated during the reaction so that the transposing entity is a copy of the original element. Replicative transposition involves two types of enzymatic activity: a transposase that acts on the ends of the original transposon, and the resolvase that acts on the duplicated copies. A group of transposons related to TNA move only by replicative transposition. Replicative transposition proceeds through a cointegrate. In non-replicative transposition, the transposing element moves as a physical entity directly from one side to another and is conserved. The insertion sequences and composite transpositions TN10 and TN5 use the mechanism. Non-replicative transposition proceeds by breakage and reunion. Conservative transposition describes another sort of the non-replicative event, in which the element is excised from the donor site and inserted into a target site by a series of events in which every nucleotide bond is conserved. Let's know about transposition cause rearrangement. Transposition cause rearrangement of DNA. Homologous recombination between multiple copies of a transposon causes rearrangement of host DNA, and homologous recombination between the repeats of a transposition may lead to precise or imprecise excision. TNA transposition organization. Transposition of TN10 has multiple controls. Multi-copy inhibition reduces the rate of transposition of any one copy of the transposon when other copies of the same transposon are introduced into the genome. Multiple mechanisms affect the rate of transposition. Replicative transposition of TNA requires a transposase to form the cointegrate structure and a resolvase to release the two replicons. The best characterized transposons in plants are the controlling elements of maize, which fall into several families. Each family contains a single type of autonomous element analogous to bacterial transposons in its ability to mobilize. The first transposon was discovered in the plant maize and is named dissociator. Transposition of maize elements is non-replicative, probably requiring only a single transposase enzyme coded by the elements. P elements in D. Melartogaster are responsible for hybrid dysgenesis, which could be a forerunner of speciation. Eukaryotic transposable elements fall into one of two classes called class 1 and class 2 elements. Class 1 elements are also called called RNA elements because the DNA element in the genome is transcribed into one RNA copy. The RNA copy is converted back into a DNA copy that can then insert into another site in the host genome. The elements are also called retro elements because their movement is characterized by the reverse flow of genetic information from RNA to DNA. There are three main subclasses. There are three main subclasses of retrotransposons. Viral encode reverse transcriptase have long terminal repeats. Lines encode reverse transcriptase lack LTRs transcribed by RNA polymerase II. Non-viral superfamily do not code for reverse transcriptase transcribed by RNA polymerase III. Class 2 elements are called DNA elements because a class 2 element itself moves from one site to the genome to another. The first transposable elements discovered genetically in maize were class 2 elements that lead to unusual spotted kernels due to their excision from genes responsible for pigment production in the kernel. Let's know about transposons. Transposable elements that transpose through an RNA intermediate utilizing a reverse transcriptase are termed retrotransposons. They are found primarily in eukaryotic organisms. They can be divided into two types, LTR and non-LTR retrotransposon, on the basis of the presence or absence of direct repeats at the end of the element called long terminal repeats. LTR retrotransposon are similar to retroviral DNA. Similar to those in retroviral DNA, viral transposons are flanked by 250 to 600 base pair long terminal repeats. And like retroviruses encode reverse transcriptase and integrases. Retroviruses have single-stranded RNA genome in the host cytoplasm. Retroviral genomic RNA first gets reverse transcribed into double-stranded DNA and then integrates into the host genome. The double-stranded DNA is inserted into the host genome by a transposition-like event that generates short direct repeats of target DNA. A retroviral sequence that is integral into the host genome remains as an endogenous proviral. Viral retrotransposon moves in the genome by being transcribed into RNA, which then undergoes reverse transcription and integral into viral retrotransposon moves in the genome by being transcribed into RNA, which then undergoes reverse transcription and integration into the host cell chromosome. Viral retrotransposons are abundant in lower eukaryotes such as yeast and Drosophila, like this. And the first step in retrotransposition of viral retrotransposon is a synthesis of an RNA copy of the inserted viral retrotransposon by RNA pool 2. This transcription encodes a reverse transcriptase enzyme that makes a double-stranded DNA. This transcript encodes a reverse transcriptase enzyme that makes a double-stranded DNA copy of the RNA molecule via an RNA or DNA hybrid intermediate, precisely mimicking the early stages of infection by a retrovirus. The analogy continues as the linear DNA molecule uses an integrase to integrate into a randomly selected site on the chromosome. Non-LTR retrotransposons lack LTRs and have an anti-reach stage at one end. In mammals, non-viral retrotransposons are the most common type of mobile element. The most abundant non-viral retrotransposons in vertebrates are called signs and lines. Science means short interspersed nuclear elements, and lines is the long interspersed nuclear elements. Lines are autonomous and retrotranspositionally active elements. The most common lines in human genome constitute the L1 line family. L1 elements are approximately 6 kb in length and in most species highly accumulated in the sex chromosomes compared to the autosomes. Some 5 lakh copies of Li elements occur in the human genome, accounting for about 17% of the total human genome. L1 elements usually are flanked by short direct repeats, the hallmark of mobile elements. The consensus sequence contains two long open reading frames. ORF1, that is open reading frame 1, encodes an RNA binding protein, and ORF2 encodes protein that has both endonucleases and reverse transcriptase activity. Signs, SINE, sign means short interspersed nuclear elements, okay, are 100 to 400 base pair long non-autonomous sequences, thus require the enzymatic machinery of UNE elements for retrotransposition. Signs are SINES are transcribed by RNA polymerase III. The most common SINES signs in human genome is ALU elements. ALU elements frequently contain a site for the restriction enzyme ALUI and consequently are called ALU elements. These about 300 base pair sequences are scattered throughout the human genome, constituting approximately 10% of the total DNA. A related transposable element 81 is found in the mouse genome. Both of these transposable DNA sequences are thought to have evolved from the gene for 7SL scRNA, a non-coding RNA involved in the movement of the polypeptide in the organelles. Now about viral transposition. The E. coli bacteriophage MU is an unusual phase. It is both a virus and a transposon. It is a temperate phase, so it has both lytic and lysogenic growth cycles. When DNA of phage MU enters E. coli, its host, it integrates into the host genome. However, it does not do so by a site-specific recombination. Rather, it integrates randomly into the host genome by a transpositional mechanism. When MU replicates, it does so by replicative transposition elements in which each new copy of MU is inserted somewhere else in the genome. Unlike other viruses, the DNA of MU is never found replicating as an independent molecule free of the chromosome. The segments of DNA packaged into the virus particle contain a molecule free of the chromosome. The segments of DNA packaged into the virus particle contain a whole MU genome plus small stretches of host DNA at the end. Thus, the whole of the MU genome is a transposon that happens to have genes that package its DNA as well as genes that regulate its transposition. Thank you.